at you again with another game of hardcore Minecraft, and of course, well, we've got to do a new world now. So, random seed, no modifications to game worlds. We've got a jaunty tune in the background. I hope the audio balance is going to be okay. I'm just now experimenting with music, but we're just going to get right to it. The world will generate, and we're in. Alright, so first things first is the acquisition of wood. We're already here as the world loads in. We're not even going to look around, though, because I don't know what I'm doing. I am just sort of winging it. This is going to get us enough wood immediately to open the crafting menu, drop a table, get a couple of sticks. We definitely want to get a wooden axe immediately, and I think we need a wooden pickaxe also. Those will be the only tools that we need, and we're just going to want to pop a few of these. We got a dark forest over to one side and a jungle bordering it, so that is very interesting, very cool. I don't know how rare places are, but it seems like those two are not incredibly common. So the first thing I need to do is we're just going to grab this real quick because we're trying to behave in a smart and efficient way. We've got some melons, which we're just going to use for food. We're going to try to get a couple of seeds to grow new ones, but fundamentally, if I don't find food, those melons are going to become food. There's iron up here, and that's what I'm going to go for. I should have built a shovel. I need to build a shovel. The point of the shovel is, of course, just quicker movement through dirt. You never want to be in a situation where you can't mine. I'm talking like I know what I'm doing. I'm so bad at this game, y'all. But here, rather than making a weirder way in, we're just going to go ahead and grab a couple of picks. And the first thing we're going to do is get rid of that trash. And then pick it immediately right back up. This is what you can look forward to if you watch me go. Okay, so a huge and dangerous place with a tiny bit of exposed iron. So naturally, I'm going to pretend that nothing's going to hurt me and build up to it. And I think we're just going to get one iron for all that, and then we're going to run away. I don't know if that's smart. It's probably not, what to do. But I don't want to go in any further, and I didn't want to just let a resource that I had noticed go to waste. But checking out the rest of that wall, not finding any more iron. There's coal over there, but that's not iron. We don't want to be this close to an entrance. I saw some Enderman eyes. I don't know if he pinged to me. So the first thing we're going to do, okay, we've got water right around. That's going to be all right. I need to quit getting distracted and start being practical. What that means is finding sheep. Got to find some sheep. If I don't have sheep, I won't be able to get a bed. And then obviously, not being able to sleep for the night in hardcore is bad news. But I'm not finding any as we run. You only need a couple, obviously. You need 3 wool to make a bed. But in the event that I can't get a bed for the night, okay, here we go. We're not going to have to worry about that eventuality, for there are plenty of sheep here to shuffle off this mortal coil. This is going to let us get a couple of sheep chops. Of course, they're called mutton, but, sheep chops is a thing that I thought in my stupid head, and then thought that I would inflict it on others. So, welcome to Sheep Chop World. Things I need to do. I need to get more cobblestone. We're just going to run over in this direction to find some, I think. Alternately, we build a boat and strike out for a stony shore, but no, really I just need to do this anywhere, right? Right. And I didn't bring the crafting table with me. That makes sense. I don't want to make all of those into planks, just a few. So the thing I want to do now is I just need to get a little bit more cobblestone because I need to cook food before I get much lower on food. And while you can find cobblestone anywhere by just digging up some dirt, I figured I would run to an exposed area here the first few days, those are the really, really important ones for hardcore. I mean, really, they're not. All you have to do is just chill and make a bed and go somewhere and be careful. But in my head, you know, if you're not making forward progress, then you're falling behind when it comes to the world of hardcore. We're just gonna stick it up a little bit and get a stone axe and stone shovel. I don't care about the other tools at this point. Just because I know now that the axe is plenty fine for dealing with a couple of enemies at a time, and that the swords aren't really that great for it, so we're just going to get some coal going on and sort of prepare for the night. I think I have a few more minutes before the night, but after we get just a little bit of charcoal, then we'll cook the mutton. I think I ate all of the melons. Yes, I did eat all of the melons, you know, best laid plans and all that. And it looks like the charcoal immediately disappeared. With one iron, I think I can make a shield with one iron, actually. So we're gonna go ahead and pop that in right there. Just trying to quickly get the elements going here. And if we can indeed get a shield at this point, then that'll make me a lot more confident. I mean, I could live like a whole night unencumbered by fear if I had a shield, right? But I don't think. Okay, so it's mini planks. I just didn't make the planks yet. And now we're shielded up, and I feel just like 100 times more confident about my abilities to live through a night. We're gonna go ahead and have our sheep chop, and just go ahead, build up our charcoal supplies. And I think, do I need any more stone? Just a tiny bit, just to make a sword in case I happen to want one. There could be situations like if I get a lot of zombies in one area where a sword's AoE damage and faster swing would be beneficial to me. But right now, do I need regular stone for anything? No, I don't think so. So basically, with a couple of charcoals, we're gonna go ahead and make up a few torches. This is not like to make a secure place for the night, because that's not it's not the kind of life that we're living in this world. We are gonna be aggressive, be aggressive, but we are gonna lay down for the night. But we're not gonna like try to torch up this place. Basically, as soon as I lay down for this night, we're gonna be moving out and trying to find somewhere else. But as I'm talking and saying that, it would be better if I just gathered up wood for this time, because obviously I'm going to need more charcoal wherever I go. And, you know, the beginning and the end were the first day. The sun's going to be falling soon-ish, but you know, with the music in the background, I feel much more energized, and it's easier to talk to myself with it too. I know I've said this a couple of times, but my big thanks to that recommendation to that user who sent me the very helpful comment that music would make it a better experience. They were correct. And I did learn that YouTube automatically attributes all the stuff from this library, which is great. I should have thought that they would do a thing like that without requiring me to do it, that somebody would still automatically get the credit. So that means that I won't have to feel the need to shout out the songs as they come on, but I still might mention it whenever it's a particularly pleasant melody. But it looks like we are coming on nighttime, so we will make the first bed. we're not gonna go so far in, and we're not gonna bother making a door or anything. No, we'll need doors. Where we're going, we absolutely will need doors. And here we'll be, just almost ready for the night whenever it falls. Got our little ad hoc housing built up. Always very important to get. And yeah, there we go. We're not gonna fight through the night because that is the mark of a more careless man. We're going to get another advancement, Sweet Dreams. So we've got Stone Age, getting an upgrade, acquire hardware, and Sweet Dreams in the bank. And now, speaking of the bank, we're just going to run out, take a look around, make sure there aren't any baddies that we're going to have to worry about. Crack these torches. We're never coming back here again. It's not necessarily true, but it is not on the list of important things to do. We're just going to break these, get all of our stuff, and carry on. As soon as we step into the water, we're going to be able to build a boat, right? Boats are very important technology, and you definitely want to carry one of those with you. But as it stands now, priorities are just to find some iron, which we're going to try to find exposed somewhere. We're not going to worry about, samples of things. Actually, I do want to, can we farm some salmon real quick? This is going to let us grab a cat if we meet one, but also just a little bit of food. Because I, of course, don't have tons of food on me right now, so whenever we reach another spot, this will let us I need to quit frantically tapping and let the thing recharge. But there we are. Very good. Go to underwater. When you're in water, sometimes you're sort of like vertical, but when you go underneath a little bit, then you can get to the swimming. And everything is going good. So what we're going to do now is try to find open ocean or something cool. We're going to get some bamboo samples, I think. Yeah, just because there's no reason not to get a couple bamboo samples. You don't see it everywhere. I don't know if you can use it in smelters, so they could actually be pretty nice for that too. This cow's trying to climb a tree, but once again I demonstrate that I am very, very bad at combat in the third person. Not like I'm a wizard at it in first person, but at least I have some concept of it. We're just going to go ahead, get a little bit more food there, and we're not going to waste this leather here. Because, of course, while I do want iron armor as soon as I can, leather and beef are not wastes. So we're just going to go ahead and grab all of them. Just checking the walls to see if we see any telltale signs of iron, and not getting it. It looks like the stalagmites are growing up from inside of that cavern all the way up to the outside there, so it looks sort of like iron, but definitely wasn't. We got the same situation there. Copper on the walls not being what we're looking for. So we're just going to keep on going. Get the mutton in the hot bar. You never want to be doing what I'm doing there and traveling without the important food on your hot bar. You don't want your raw food there, obviously, although it's not obvious if you watch me play that I understand that. So it looks like the bamboo is growing in like a podzol type of thing. I don't know if that happens anytime you grow bamboo. I'll need to look into it. But here's the jungle. It's mainly the bigger trees, which is pretty unique as far as I know, but may not be that not unique at all. There's cocoa. We're going to definitely come and harvest some cocoa just for practicality's sake. And really, I should be getting samples, but I don't have a hoe built. No, not samples, iron. I can always come back. this is right by spawn, right? This is just like a couple hundred from spawn, so I'll be able to find it if I want to. But we're gonna try to go down this river, and the point of that is to find sort of like a stony shore, which I did in an earlier video, and the reason for that is just that it had some sort of exposed iron. Alternately, we're trying to find an ocean because that's where you get shipwrecks, and shipwrecks have iron and they have maps to find more iron. And I'm trying to get iron without exposing myself to a bunch of jeopardy. But right here is a good spot to sort of poke around a little bit. So we are going to go ahead and cook the beef up there and the salmon in the other one and just keep on moving. This is going to be plenty of charcoal for the time being. So sticks and then the torches. I'm so bad at crafting, and I just made 1,000,000 sticks. That's not really what I wanted to do, but now I have so many torches that it'll be fine. And actually, I don't really regret the excessiveness. So, crack a couple more sheep. This is going to let us get more beds, although we don't need them, but also just more sheep chops, which we definitely do need. Because as we go into mining and raiding of things mode, you know, there's definitely going to be more possibilities to do something careless. And now we're just going to go ahead, cook the rest of the mutton, move the salmon into the hot bar there, and carry on with our dream of finding iron, which we're just going to look for it exposed basically, and then peek in ahead a little bit. And if we don't find it, we're going to turn around and then probably crack the furnaces and keep moving. You don't want to dedicate too much time to a failed proposition. We do have water right here in case we aggro an Enderman. That's basically oh, I thought that was a lizard, but it was just an exposed area. Those are skeletons. We got multiple skeletons inside. We're just going to get a little bit of distance because I don't want to fight them in a fair fight. There's no iron anywhere in all of this, which is incredibly annoying. And that's the sort of thing that'll lead me to dying, like when I move the wrong thing in the wrong hotbar. There are 3 skeletons in there, which I only realized after I went in. The good news is they're not like super great at hitting you when you're on the run. So we're gonna get our food up and back up a little bit. Is it worth it to take this fight? I think yes at this point because they're further away. And a couple of them have forgotten about me. There we go. We got one of them down. There's our monster hunter. And we're just going to back down right here again and regen our health. The better part of Valor once more is our discreet retreat. And he has not forgotten that I'm right here, so we're going to laugh at that fool. He forgot. You know, one of the most important things, which is the daylight burns you, and a wonderful rousing success. We're gonna go inside and fight the 3rd Skelebro now, and then we'll have this big interior area to. Ow! Don't you hit me again? Okay. So basically, I'm an idiot, and I forgot how much they hurt. I also thought he would be on the other side, so I took a few hits before I got it. That would have been funny to end the run right there. Why is my health not regenerating? Am I not at full? I must have been at half one. Normally it goes up much quicker. There you go. Yeah, I thought I was full, but I wasn't. The fish doesn't restore very much food relatively, I don't think. So now it's just down to what I believe to be the last skeleton. Which, if it's not, I'm gonna be in some trouble. My shield won't last forever. Nothing does, of course, but my shield certainly won't. Did I get a bow out of any of these chumps at least? There's not going to be any iron in this whole place, is there? I will have done all of this for naught. Alright, we got zombies. That's a lot better to deal with than a skeleton, obviously. We're just going to continue on with this aggressive torching. Mainly because I simply can't believe that I could be in an area this big and not have a single bit of iron emerge. But it's going to give us a good bit of coverage for the future anyway. Alright, there's an iron. This zombie, although he is dumb enough to want to fight, is not quite dumb enough to immediately walk out into the sun, but he's about to realize what time of day it is now, and it's going to be fiery zombie flesh for days, or rather, for a period of moments until he perishes. Thus always to zombies. Sic semper zombies. Whatever that is. Now it is time for iron. We've got 3 iron here, which is basically validating the entire project. And I'm more concerned with getting the armor than I am with getting better tools, I think. Because the stone axe seems to do perfectly fine for dispatching these enemies. And now it'll be time to say goodnight. This song's pretty fun, but when we return, we'll be able to keep on going. We're just going to put a little plank there. More like a garret than a room here, just a place to lay down for the night. And I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. When we return, it's just going to be more of this. You know, we're going to be getting into adventures, getting into brawls, cooking food, grabbing coal and charcoal, and just trying to, you know, make our way in the world. Principally by finding more iron for armor. If I could make any piece with 3 ingots, that's just what I'll do. But I don't recall. But that'll be a thing that I do at the beginning, probably. Oh, nether portal there. Well, that'll definitely be what we work on next time. That'll give us an opportunity to get a little bit of gold. And oh, the salmon was interrupting the ability to cook there. Pretty rudimentary mistakes. The hissing sound in the song made me think that it was happening to me in the game. That's pretty funny. But just having a real good time. I've got good feelings about this hardcore world. I think this time I'm gonna live forever. But actually, before the end of this, there's one more thing I did want to do. Pretty different than a normal video. We're gonna leave this world and load into another one. Garuda Sanctuary. And just go ahead and get rid of the music real quick, because this is potentially going to be some emotional moment, but this world is now set to creative mode. And if you go to LAN, you can get cheats on, which is how I got here in the first place. One of my friends told me about it whenever I was talking. And we're going to set the difficulty to peaceful. And now there's another chicken here, so that'll be fun. But whenever I met Garuda, we were both lost. You know, we were in a dark forest surrounded by foes. We didn't have a friend in the world. And then he came into my life, and I told him I would try to keep him safe. And I did. I told him I would try to bring him somewhere where he didn't have to be afraid. And I did. I couldn't promise him that I would live forever. And I didn't. But now he has a village here. He can go back in our old house whenever he wants. There's the cherry blossoms. He's got a a nice partner here, and they've got a loving child, and maybe they will all be able to fly high together. I I'll rely on these villagers who we've been good friends to take good care of my friend Garuda, and will leave this world alive as as a monument to our friendship. Very sad to see it go, but ultimately that is sort of how things are. And I wanted to just leave us, as I sometimes do, with this bit from Meditations. This will be number 3, or book 3, number 10. Forget everything else. Keep hold of this alone and remember it. Each of us lives only now, this brief instant. The rest has been lived already, or is impossible to see. The span we live is small. Small is the corner of the earth in which we live it. Small is even the greatest renown, passed from mouth to mouth by short-lived stick figures, ignorant alike of themselves and those long dead. When we return, more hardcore Minecraft. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'm sure you can agree with me that Garuda is in a much better place than when we met him, and I hope you're in a better place than when we started this video, and that I'll see you in the next one.